When I first slipped on the VR headset, I was just looking for an adrenaline rush, not a lingering nightmare. They called it spectral echoes, promising to blur the lines between virtual fear and reality, and I was more than ready to test those boundaries. The game started in an abandoned hospital, each room meticulously detailed and eerily silent, save for the distant echoes of footsteps that always seemed to be just around the corner. As I navigated the darkened corridors, shadows flickered and twisted unnaturally, hinting at the malevolent presence lurking just beyond sight. But I told myself it was just a game, a sophisticated illusion meant to scare. The real fear began when I noticed strange occurrences in my apartment. At first, it was subtle, the misplaced keys, the faint scratching sounds coming from inside the walls. But then I started seeing shapes in my peripheral vision, shadows that seemed to loom closer when I wasn't looking directly at them. It was as if the virtual specters had found a way to seep into my world, tethered to me by some unseen force. I shrugged it off as remnants of an overactive imagination, the kind that follows a particularly immersive experience. But deep down, a nagging doubt took root: what if the game was more than just a simulation? Days turned into restless nights, each filled with the creeping sensation of being watched. I decided to confront the game developers, hoping for reassurance or at least a logical explanation. But when I arrived at their office, I found it deserted, papers strewn across the floor, monitors left flickering with static. It was as if they had vanished into thin air. Panic set in as I realized I might be dealing with something beyond their control, something that had perhaps been waiting for an opportunity to escape into our reality, using the game as a conduit. In a final, desperate attempt, I tried to delete the game from my system, hoping to sever whatever connection had been forged. But as I sat there, staring at the screen, a chilling message appeared: "You brought us here." The lights flickered, and I heard the familiar echo of footsteps approaching from behind. As I turned, the shadows coalesced into a form both familiar and terrifying, a reminder that some doors, once opened, can never be closed.